All right, let's complete the Unit 5, pages 5 through 9 practice. First one, list all congruent angles and write a proportion that relates to corresponding sides. Get my pen here. Notice the order of the letters here gives me the way I'm going to answer this. So F is listed first in this triangle, and J is listed first. So that means that angle F is congruent to angle J. The second letter is G. Second letter here is K. That means that angle G, angle K. Last one is H in both, which means it's talking about this one. But if you wanted to name them correctly, the one on the left would have to be called GHF or FHG. And the reason why I can't just use the H is because H right here could be referring to any of these angles. Okay. Over here, now on the Desmos assignment, it might allow you to just put H congruent to H, and that's fine for this assignment. I just want to make sure you know the right answer. JHK, right? The H is in the middle, showing it's this angle. You have to include these other letters to show which side it's on. Now the sides, we're going to do a similar approach just by looking at the name. The first two letters is FG. FG is this side right here. FG corresponds to JK, so we'd say FG, JK. The second two letters are GH, second two letters are KH, GH and KH. So we'll go GH and KH. And then we're going to go to the first letter and the last letter, FH. That's this side. It'd be JH, first letter, last letter, FH, and JH. And that's how you answer number one. There's a question like this on the test as well. Here's the scale factor of figure A to B. So we need to take a measurement from A and compare it to B. So A to B means we're going to go A to B. Okay, so, and it doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm going to pick this 10. Notice it's between the angle that has 1 and the one that has 2. This means that the 10 is going to be matched up with 4. So we write 10, we write 4, but you always need to simplify, which means 2 goes into both these, we get 5 over 2. That's what you're going to want to type into that Desmos assignment. You could have picked another pair of matching terms, or matching sides, corresponding sides, but any of them would have simplified down to 5 over 2. This next one here, scale factor of A to B is given. So A to B is given, right? And what is it? 7 to 2. So A to B is 7 to 2. That's the scale factor. We had in our notes the other day that the perimeters match this same scale factor, which means I can go like this and I can say, okay, A, so the perimeter of A is what we're trying to find. What is the perimeter of A? So perimeter of A, I don't know, put an X. Perimeter of B, I can figure out. A perimeter is just the distance around. So if I do 9 plus 9 plus 12 plus 5, it comes up to 35. So there we have it. To solve this, we're going to cross multiply like we've been doing. X times 2, 2x, 7 times 35 is 245. Okay, so A to B, A to B, and then we divide both sides by 2. We get x equals, now this time we're going to go ahead and divide that out because it wants a perimeter, not a scale factor. So 245 divided by 2 is 122.5. 5, and that would be the perimeter of A. Next question. These triangles are similar. Find the value of x, so we just need to match up some sides. Okay, so I'm going to match up this 9x plus 1. Actually, you know what? I like to always put the smaller triangle on the top. If it doesn't matter, I always put the smaller triangle on the top. So let's put this x plus 5 in the numerator. And Pn, first and last letter, JL. That's this one. Okay. And then we go back over here, 14. Small triangle on the top. 14's got to be matched with the 49. Now, for those of you that are watching this video, before I cross multiply, there's something you can always do to make these problems a little bit easier. If you get to a step like this, and you notice, you're like, oh, I'm looking at this fraction on this side, and I'm going, that could be simplified, because 7, both those are multiples of 7. I would simplify this fraction first. 7 goes into this 2 times, 7 goes into this 7 times. Now, the reason why I would do that is because that will make the rest of the problem a lot easier. Now when I cross multiply, it's 2 times this. So let's do 2 times that would be 2 times 9x is 18x. 2 times 1 is 2. And then we're going to do cross multiply here. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times 5 is 35. So notice much, much easier. Now we can go ahead and solve it like normal. Subtract 7x from both sides. 18x minus 7x is 11x plus 2 equals nothing there, 35. And then we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. 11x equals, right, bring that equal sign straight down. 35 minus 2 is 33. Divide by 11, x is 3. That's what we're trying to find for this question. Number 9. You match these up again. So I like to do the small to the large, so we'll do 40. Okay, now 40, R side RT, first and last letter, XZ. That's that one. Oh, so notice I'm already noticing that can be simplified. 3x plus 2 would then be matched up with this one right here, 5x minus 3. Notice RS, first two, XY, right? Again, I can simplify these. I know that 10 goes into both, giving me 4 and 6, but then I actually know that can be simplified again because 2 goes into both, 2 and 3. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to rewrite it just so you can see it a little bit more clearly. So when I cross multiply, this is a lot easier than that. That's a much larger number. I can do this. All right, so let's cross multiply now. 3 times, let's go this direction here. 3 times this. 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times 2 is 6. Go this direction. 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And we're going to subtract 9x from both sides. And I end up with 9x minus 9x is 0. I have a 6. Bring that equal sign straight down. 10 minus 9 is 1x minus 6. We're going to add 6 to both sides. And I get x on this side equals 6 plus 6 is 12. But that's not my final answer because the question asked for RS. RS is this one right here. Okay. And I know my x is 12, so to find RS, I say 3x plus 2. That's what RS is. I now know my x is a 12. So RS is 3 times 12 is 36, which means 38 for RS. All right, now this one, it might be helpful to split these two triangles separate. Okay, so this top triangle, KMN, I'm going to draw right here. KMN. I have a 12. I've got a x plus 1 for KMN. KMN. And then I'm going to draw the bigger triangle, KJL. 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 JL is 3x minus 2. And this is why drawing this separate might be helpful. Because KL, this whole side, isn't 20. The whole side would be what? 32? All right, see how that does that? You know, a couple people that were working on this yesterday had some troubles with that. That was the trouble. Right now, we can set up our ratio. The 12 goes with the 32. And the x plus 1 goes with the 3x minus 2. And again, I already see that this can be simplified. I know that 4 goes into both of these. 4 goes into this 3 times. 4 goes into that 8 times. So now I'm going to cross multiply. 8 times, so it'd be 8x plus 8. Cross multiply this way, we get 9x minus 6. And then we're going to subtract 8x from both sides. We get 8 equal sign 1x minus 6. Add 6 to both sides. That would be 14 equals x, and I think that's all we need to define for this one. Yeah, find the value of x. It was 14. And that's it. So hopefully that was helpful for you and what you needed to complete this assignment. And if you have any trouble or didn't understand any of that, please let Mr. Harmless know, and he will be more than happy to give you a helping hand.